Welcome to my channel and my first ever video. Today you guys are gonna get ready with me and get to know me a little bit. If you don't know me yet, it is so nice to meet you. My full name is Leah Faith Baker. I am recently married. I got married on October 4th, 2025, so almost 2 months ago now. I am married to my high school sweetheart. Some people may not know me by my new last name. I just go by Leah, that's what everyone calls me. My social media handle is Leah Faith. I think that my mom did a really good job of putting mine and my sister's names together because they both flow really well, in my opinion. So when I started posting, I didn't want to leave any part of my name out. I am 19 years old. I was born in Alabama and raised in Florida. I've lived in the same city my whole life. I turned 20 in January, so about 2 months from now, I think. My birthday is January 15th. I guess I could say I am unofficially a military wife. My husband leaves on December 29th for basic training for the Air Force. Once that is over and once he is done with his tech school, I'll be moving with him to his first duty station, which I'm really excited for. Like I said, I've never moved out of my hometown, so it's gonna be really cool to live somewhere different. As a kid, it was always my dream to travel the world and to live all kinds of new and fun places. Obviously, in this economy, there are not many jobs that you're able to do things like that, so I'm really grateful for the opportunity, not just for my husband in the military, but for myself as well, to get to see new places. We were told that there is a strong possibility that we could end up overseas, and I'm actually really excited for it. I think will be kind of scary living away from home, but at the same time, it's literally my childhood dream, so I'm so excited to see where that takes us. I sort of got my start on TikTok, if you could even call it that. I have around 40,000 sweet angels over on my TikTok, and that all began by accident. I just started posting makeup videos one day. I posted a get ready with me and then a makeup tutorial a couple days later. For some reason, those just completely took off. And that's where I got the majority of my following from. Since then, I've just continued to post hair and makeup videos and get ready with me's. And I'm really grateful that this is something that I get to do, even if my audience is really small. I consider myself to be really lucky with the side of social media that I've experienced so far. If you hear any scuttling about in the background, that would be my house panther, Mr. Chandler. He is my 1.5-year-old cat. He is all black with just a tuft of white fur on his chest. All of his medical paperwork says that he is a domestic medium hair, which I don't know if I really believe that. He looks more like he's got like some Manx cat in him. I've had him for a little over a year now. I got him in August of last year. And he's a bit noisy and a bit rambunctious. So I'll just go ahead and say that if you hear anything in the background, it's most definitely him. I'm doing my hair right now. This is how I do my hair, not on a daily basis. This is one of my favorite ways to style my hair, and it's so nice to be able to sit down and just enjoy the process of doing it. Like I said before, I don't have too many followers on social media. This is not my full-time job. Even though I definitely wish it was, I have completely fallen in love with every aspect of content creation. But for my day job, I am a barista. All the angles on this are probably so awkward with the way that I have to maneuver my curling iron. I am a barista at a pretty small coffee stand, but the building itself is really tiny, like it's just a drive-through and a walk-up, which I'm honestly really grateful for. I've been working there for a couple months now, and I'll probably be working there until me and my husband move. For other sources of income, I do a bit of hair and makeup on the side. I don't do it too often anymore. I used to take clients like every single weekend, but since starting doing social media, I've definitely cut back on that a bit. I've always really loved hair and makeup, hence all of my hair and makeup videos on my TikTok. It makes me feel like I can connect with people about something like this that I really love. This is the stage of my hair routine when I start looking like a Who from Whoville, which is really cute. So I have 3 siblings. I have a younger stepbrother. My hair looks super interesting right now. My younger stepbrother is 16 years old. I have an older sister. She is my only fully biological sibling. She is 21 years old. And I have an older half brother who is 31 years old. It's so crazy too because me and my siblings are all like in pretty different stages of life. So like my younger brother is 16, so he just started driving last month. My older sister is 21 years old. She lives about 3 or 4 hours away from home. She is in college. Then there's my older brother who's 31 years old, who has a wife and 4 kids. But we just get a little bit of everything around here. Speaking of college, I have my associate's degree. I got my associate's degree about this time last year when I was 18 years old. And then I began classes at an upper level university, and I'm currently working towards my bachelor's degree. My bachelor's degree is going to be in English, specifically English editing, writing, and media. As a kid, I really fell in love with reading and writing. If you put any book in front of me, I guarantee I would have read it, and I still am that way. I love to read. I also really love writing. Unfortunately, not creative writing. I wish I was writing novels or something cool like that. I really like writing informative pieces or works where I am dissecting things. I love to dissect literature and to talk about, you know, how I interpret the things that I read. I originally thought that I wanted to go to law school after I finished my bachelor's degree, but the plan kind of keeps changing. Just something where I'm reading and writing every day would make me so happy. I'm actually currently taking a semester off. I had a lot going on last semester and just mentally felt really like I was overdoing it. I started college when I was a sophomore in high school, which is how I was able to get my associate's degree when I was 18. I took it really slow, but I was doing those college courses on top of my high school course load. So I hadn't had a single semester in 4 years where I wasn't doing college. I needed to take a break, so I'm taking a break. It may be longer than just a semester while I get everything figured out, but I am really excited to get back into it. I recently have been really into classic literature. I love dystopian literature, but recently I've just been on a classic literature kick, especially with the uncensored portrait of Dorian Gray. I have not yet finished it. I'm really not that far into it either, but I'm a big Brodsky Report fan, so anything that Brittany Brodsky recommends to me, I will probably read. The first more classic novel that I read was Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, and as embarrassing as it is to admit, that novel took me about 2 weeks to get through. I read it for the first time when I was in the 9th grade, and even though it was quite a big challenge that made me really fall in love with reading classic literature, but it's definitely been more classic literature that I feel like has changed my mind and changed the way that I think about certain things. As cliche as it is, the new movie makes me think about it a lot. The first time I read Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, it was such a transcendent experience for me. My mom is also an English teacher, I forgot to say that. She teaches English for 11th and 12th graders. Also, please ignore my nails. I did some Christmassy nails last night, and this hand turned out pretty cute except for this one, and I got tired and I didn't do the other hand yet, but maybe if I'm not feeling lazy later, I'll finish them up. A lot of my love for literature came from my mom as well. My parents actually got divorced when I was about 3 years old. Growing up, it felt like me and my mom and my sister against the world. We grew up 3 peas in a pod, and my mom and my sister are still both my best friends. Me and my mom are also essentially the exact same person. We look the exact same, and everyone tells both of us that meeting one another is like meeting a carbon copy of the other. But I remember so many days sitting in my mom's classroom and listening to her class reading Frankenstein and a lot of other classic literature, but I say Frankenstein because it was one that really stuck with me the most. Getting the chance to listen to stories like that at such a young age, like I said, it really flipped my perspective on a lot of things. So I do hope that whatever career I end up in, I can just continue a pursuit of knowledge. Some other little facts about my family: everyone on my mother's side is super creative. My grandfather is probably one of the most well-rounded men I've ever known. Not only did he grow up on his family farm and continue to farm into his adulthood, and even now at 80 something years old is still farming. He is a painter. He is a phenomenal painter, might I add. I need to get some of his artwork and hang it up in here. He also can build just about anything, and I don't just mean furniture. He builds instruments as well, and any instrument that he can build, he can play. Really, any instrument that you put in his hands, he can play it for you, which is just the coolest thing. My grandmother, my Nana, she has been sewing her whole life. She can put a lot of pieces together from scratch. My Nana is also just the kindest woman that I know. My mom got her love for music from my grandfather. She plays the piano, and I think that she can play the organ as well. My sister is the one who got blessed with our Nana's creativity with sewing and our Pops' creativity with art. My sister is a fantastic seamstress as well as an artist. I would consider my art form to be more hair and makeup related. I love doing crafts, and I would consider myself to be kind of a jack of all trades. I am an amateur florist. I did all the florals for my own wedding. I did our flower arch, the bridal party, bouquets, the centerpieces, everything, and that was a ton of fun for me. I really loved that. And I put together most of the rest of our wedding by myself. But my family is definitely something that I am the most proud of in my life. I feel really grateful to have grown up with such loving influences. They taught me to be loving and accepting of everyone that I meet, and to show kindness to everyone that I meet. And they've always encouraged me to follow my passions and my dreams. I definitely hit the jackpot when it comes to them. Other random facts about me: I just got powder all over my leg, so that's wonderful. I grew up as a dancer. I danced for about 12 years of my life, from the time that I was 3 years old until I was 15. I loved dancing growing up. My favorite genre was tapping, for sure. Tapping is kind of a dying art where I live, so it was getting harder and harder to pursue that. I also used to do pageants. I won't say that I grew up doing pageants. I did one when I was really little, like I think 7 years old. Hated it. Never did one again until I was in the 6th grade. This last year, gave up my last title. I don't think that I will be doing pageants ever again. I'm really grateful for the time that I did have in pageants. I feel like a lot of people on social media don't really know that about me. Pageants were a big factor in me finding out more about myself. One of my favorite shows in the whole world is The Marvelous Miss Maisel. I fell in love with the show when it first came out and still watch it to this day. I rewatch it at least once a year. My love for the show has been a huge factor in my love and appreciation for all things vintage. I've always been so jealous of Midge's closet. Something else that people who know me will point out in real life: my voice sounds different over the camera than it does when I talk to people in real life. And honestly, it's not intentional at all. When I found my love for social media, it made me realize how calming this is for me to sit in front of a camera and just talk. I am definitely aware of the difference in my voice. It's really just because of how calm this all makes me feel. This is my slow down and take a moment and breathe. That's what social media is for me. I have definitely rewired my way of thinking when it comes to social media. To being a calming practice for me has definitely helped my mental health. I'm just so excited to be doing longer form videos for sure. I am definitely a big talker, and since TikTok is such a short form app, I feel like I can't really say much without losing people's attention. Sorry, I had to lock in and focus for this other eye. The thing about me I didn't say, but I think that you could probably guess by looking at me, is that I love going antiquing. My favorite antique store is having an open house tomorrow, which means that a lot of the vendors are bringing in new stock that they've kind of been holding on to. It's my favorite place to get vintage clothing from for sure. And when we leave the antique store, me and my husband are going to watch the new Wicked movie tomorrow, which I've really been looking forward to. Me and every other person in the world. I love this lip gloss. I am obsessed with the color pink. It's my favorite color, obviously. And this baby pink lip gloss I've just been so obsessed with. It's been so nice to sit down and hang out and chat for a little bit, and hopefully you'll maybe feel like you know me a bit better after this video. Thank you to all my sweet angels who watch over on TikTok. If you want to go check out my TikTok, I'd be happy for you too. If not, I hope you'll follow along here. I am excited to share more of my life with all of you here. I love you all so much. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!